Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We are here with another Alliance War video, and this is going to be Alliance War Season 58, number 11, and AOH has matched up against Bolt. And this is not going to be the greatest war for me. I'm going to have, on my main account, we're going to have Chee'Ilth versus Thanos on node 4, which is the combo node. A fight I've done several times, and this one was just slower. I don't really know what was different about the fight. It was just slower and not as clean. I think I didn't heavy counter every special one or something like that, but we're still not going to come close to timing out because I have a very good idea of how to do this fight at this point. We're going to get to our special 3 first, and then we're going to just spam special 1, and as long as we keep pausing our bleeds by parrying the last hit of the special 1 and countering with the heavy, we should not have an issue. And of course the energize that Thanos gets actually helps us out quite a lot and makes the downtime between special attacks obviously significantly lower. Here I think we're going to throw our special 3 because he was at about 0.8 bars of power, and with the energize this is going to, I believe, push him to a special 2. I actually don't remember exactly, but yeah. Yeah, it does push him to a special 2, but I know how to deal with the special 2 very well. And you're going to gain your force charges reasonably quickly. You don't need to worry about that. The main reason that someone would ever time out to this fight would be the bleeds. So you need to make that your priority. You need to make dashing in, parrying the special, and countering with a heavy. You need to make that your priority if you're going to do this fight. But as I said, this is what, my 4th time taking this fight this season. I did it once when she was Saga, and then I did it twice when she was not, so I'm not worried about timing out here. I don't know why I went for that relic, because due to me going for that relic, I now have 3 less bleeds on Thanos, so it just seemed kind of stupid. I don't know why I did that. And obviously, you're going to have to throw your own special ones with Chee'Ilth, so you're not going to be able to permanently pause the bleed forever, so you're not just going to be able to stack up as many as you want. But if you can stack up a good amount, then you're going to be doing some really solid damage. There we got to, I think, 21 or something like that. There we miss a parry, of course, because why not? That's going to happen at some point during the fight. And yeah, there, again, I don't know what I'm doing. I think for some reason I just tried to fix something that wasn't broken and tried to change the way I was doing the fight, even though I knew how to do the fight so well. Again, really, really dumb. Do not do that. But it's going to work out. And as you can see at this point, we're not even close to timing out. Like, he is half down with half the time left, and with the way the force charges work, you ramp so exponentially that this fight's probably going to be over in a minute. There, accidentally, we push ourselves to special 2. It's lucky that he did not have that many charges towards his unstoppable, so we were able to throw the SP2 right away, but that's obviously just wasted damage because unless we eat a heavy attack, we're not going to have any debuffs on us, so we're not going to have to worry about anything. Like, the tranquilizers are not doing anything, basically. But we have it for no one knows what reason. And at this point, the fight should already be over. I've done this fight in 3 minutes flat before, and this was just like 20% slower. I mean, part of it was obviously me getting pushed to the special 2, but the heavy canceling into special or into relic just does not make any sense in a fight like this, and I genuinely don't know why I would even attempt it. But the fight goes down, a minute and a half left. Obviously nowhere near timing out still, so we're good. But now we'll go to my alt account, which unfortunately is not going to have the best fight. So here I have the root node, so I believe that is node 7, Bullseye. And I'm using Serpent because I'm not going to have to worry about the evade. And the SP1 has a lot of hits to gain your force charges very quickly when he is rooted. But unfortunately, that part of the fight, well, kind of fortunately, that part of the fight's going to go well, but the rest just isn't. I'm going to get hit multiple times. I'm punching up a rank because my Serpent's only rank 3. And also, my Serpent's not Sig 200. I think my Serpent's around Sig 100. So, not the best thing. There we go for our special 1. Because we need to get it up. We couldn't have waited for the root there, or he would have evaded out of it. And then here, I was trying to dash back to make him rooted, but unfortunately he threw his SP1 while I was dashing back, so I couldn't react in time. And that basically throws my whole plan for this fight out the window. Because we have taken this fight before with Serpent, and we have soloed. And the plan, the way that he did it, was he pushed Serpent to special 3s. He never baited out a single special 1 or special 2 in the entire fight. And now that I've lost my invuln off the start, I can no longer do that. That was going to be the plan for the fight. Now it can't be the plan. So, as you can see, when we get the root and we get our force charges, we're getting quite a lot. So we are going to be doing some good damage. And then there I just didn't repair. I don't know why. But we're going to get our ramp with Serpent. We're going to be doing more and more damage. And damage is not going to be the problem in this fight. I can tell you that much. Damage is not going to be the problem. Here we're going to let the root trigger again. You got to let him go for his whole heavy because you can get caught by the second hit if you're not quick enough, and it is actually quite difficult, the timing, to get in between the first and the second hit of the heavy. But I prefer to bait Bullseye's special 2. I know it can be full dex, I just don't know how. I did do a bunch of duels before this and since trying to dex it. I can't do it. Like, I don't know what it is with me. I literally cannot dex it. I can't. I don't know why. Because I see some people do it so easily, and I never have an issue with any of the other champions' special attacks that are even somewhat difficult, but when it comes to Bullseye, I just can't dex his L2. And I play on 30 FPS, so I can't dex his SP1 either. Although it's technically possible, it's not worth trying. And as you can see, when we do have the root, we have really good charges. Like, I got up to 99 charges right there. And yeah, they are going to expire quickly, but when I am hitting him, he's doing some real damage. Now here, we're going to bait out the SP2 again, going to dex the last hit, and I think here we're going to wait for the root and then throw the special 1 during the root to get back up to max charges. Yep, and look, when the SP1's doing some really good damage. When we do get the chance to throw it, it does very good damage, even not throwing it into the block, because it's not always super reliable. We don't want Bullseye to be throwing his special 1 in this fight, because it's going to do a lot more damage into my block than the special 2. But that was a nice intercept there to push him to L2. But here we get caught. We get comboed. He throws the L2. It goes into my block. Pushes me into immortality. I tried to dex out of the last to the L2, and it was too late, so I blocked it, which made my dash-in delayed, and I got parried and killed. Now, when I was at 1% health, could I have survived? No. The fight was over at that point, so that me getting parried there didn't actually impact the fight whatsoever. Also, my cleanup was like really bad. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm just going to, well, I am going to show you the whole thing, but it's going to be sped up like this. I eat an SP1 off the start, lose my invuln once again, and now we are already losing the fight. And I'm like, please don't double KO. Please do not. But we're going to wait for the root. Going to throw our SP1, and like even just the SP1 gets us 40 charges because you get 5 every single time you hit into the root, which is kind of insane. And then here we're waiting out the root once again, doing some really solid damage, and they're just pushing him to his L2 so he doesn't throw the L1, which only does 7% into my block plus the bleed damage, compared to the special 1, which does a lot more. But yeah, at this point, I knew the fight was going to be over as soon as I threw the next special 1, and it was. So we do get away with only 1 death, but it was a completely avoidable death due to me being hit on 3 separate occasions. So, not the best. But you know what? The season's over already. At the time I'm recording this, the season's been over for like a week and a half. I'm really late recording these because I've been so busy. But we did win. We actually had a really good war. We had 4 deaths total, and I was one of them, so we should have had 3. if I was playing well. And Bolt did have 7 deaths, so very respectable score by them. That would win them most wars in Tier 1, but unfortunately not against us because we just played very well. So we now have a 5-6 record on the season. I have 3 deaths total, with 1 being on my main and 2 being on my alt. And my attack bonus this season is 216 out of 220, or 98%. My main is at 109 out of 110, and my alt is at 107 out of 110, because in addition to the 2 deaths, I did have a timeout really early in the season. My deathless streak obviously is not going to change because we do not consider this real alliance war, so we're not counting streaks right now. We're just counting individual stats for this season. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.